Greetings and salutations. I'd like to welcome you to Xpressions UG's 2022 Wrapped. I'm the Count Markula, and I'm here with some good people, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
My name is Sammy Wetala.
My name is Nkwanzi.
And I'm Chxf Barry.
Cynthia, Ninja C.
I'm Denesi. Oh, she did remember Ninja
Yeah. No wonder we're sitting next to each
The
other.
artists are here dropping bars with their names. It's been a good year. A lot of people have released a lot of good music. And I feel like it's only right we look through and see who did what and what was good. One of the first things we're going to talk about is the top 3 projects in East Africa this year. Denesi.
I was studying with me. All right. All
Time to pull out.
Yeah, I made a little bitty summary here. You dig it? But one of my best projects this year has definitely been Kenneth Mugabe's project. I've actually heard about that from you. So, congratulations. Kenneth Mugabe needs to, thank you very much. Because, you promoted this album very well. The People of the Land.
Yeah.
That's a very beautiful song. My favorite song is called Muvubuka on that project. It's like a little song to, young men to keep their heads up and stay wise. The next project is Akine and Axon. That was for me. Yeah, that was a top tier project. Yeah. And for Akine, someone who just decided to take music seriously in lockdown to do this amazing thing was very, very, very crazy.
It was a dope project.
Yeah, because on lockdown side, Akine was working at Latitude. You dig it? And then I remember she just woke up one morning pissed and decided to quit and become a superstar. So yeah. And then my last project is between 2 projects. This project is really competing because I haven't had enough of either of these because they're new. But LILLIAN MBABAZI's project,
The One,
and my favorite song is The One. I feel like LILLIAN MBABAZI is really trying to make a crazy. I feel like they're 4 artists who are already big legends trying to make a crazy comeback, and I feel like she's one of them and doing it in a very special way. The One has been on repeat. I had it from your playlist, Cynthia's playlist for Independence Day. That was crazy. And then it's competing with Motono's project. I haven't really had enough of Motono's project yet because it just dropped. So I don't have a favorite. I was telling you my favorite is Again, but I don't have a favorite yet. The way I have The One.
Again.
Yeah, Again is that's my track. Yeah, man, those are my favorite.
It's biased. But
I won't say why.
Those are my 3 projects. In that place, they're tying. It's LILLIAN and Motono, yeah. But Kenneth Mugabe and Akine, definitely, yeah.
Anyone agree with him? I personally agree.
the whole list is flames.
With a lot of that, because I think Kenneth is on mine. Definitely. Jan 24th, top of the year. We're now in at the very end, and it's still something I can listen to any day because that project was crazy.
Nice.
I just feel when they tell you to say top 3, I'm with all the music that's out there, you're really going to limit me to 3 people. But I think for me, the first project was KUSHE's. She dropped Unchained at the beginning of the year. That was top tier. All the songs on that were
Kulikayo.
Yeah, Kulikayo being one of them. But my favorite song is Ntambula, the one she did with Rick McMahon. Yeah. And then obviously Rotkiria, when you're talking about artists who are really trying to make a comeback. I think Maurice Kiria will always be that classic artist in Uganda, very pivotal for a lot of the R&B singers right now on that scene. Yeah, and then SAVARA, Savage Level, we did that interview. I mean, man, Sauti Soul is such a vibe, and it's nice to see that independently and together, they can.
Yes,
they
because
can
after
still,
dropping
you were
those
like,
projects, they did release a single yesterday or the other day. So
Yesterday.
imagine,
Yeah.
so
Yes,
as a
yes,
group,
yeah.
their first single as a group in a while. So it was really dope to see that they could convert from that into this. Felt like Destiny's Child when they all released their original albums.
Yeah, and then came out
Beyonce,
yeah.
Kelly, and Michelle.
Came together
and they
and
came back
like,
together and
we
did
can also
Destiny
still do it
fulfilled.
as a group.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, let's go.
Vibes, yeah, and then I feel like honorary mentions. This year has been long, guys. Like
Guys,
musically,
really.
it has been really long, and I feel like as the year is ending, like more projects are just suddenly like coming up. But I really like Asali by Maya Omolo. I think it's like a really very well put together.
But your catalog is so interesting.
Very well put out. And then finally, yeah, like that's what I said. The disclaimer was at the beginning.
The first ones were for Cynthia and these ones are for Ninja.
Yeah, I've forgotten. But yeah, there were just so many like really good projects. And shout out. Oh yes, the last one is Navio's
Vote.
Yeah,
Vibes Are the East.
Yeah.
Dope album, good songs, great mix, blend. You talked about artists that are legends already and are doing something. I like the collaborations.
He works with like some new wave artists, so that was dope. We had Akine on Sunset Drift.
Akine is on the Sunset Drift. We have the homie on that album.
Then there's Cold, the guy on Cold with Tom. He's
with
cool.
the myth.
Yeah, Lagoon was also on that album.
But let's go to the east. What about
Sammy?
For me, where do I even start? I mean, I consume music every single day, almost every single hour. So I will start in Rwanda. There's a lady, she goes by the name Ways. Just go and check her out. She's dope. Like everything about her. Her beat, reggae, beat, R&B. Like she's a queen. Next, unlike her, she went for SAVARA's Savage Level. Yeah. If I go to Kenya, I'll go for Bold Men.
That's what it is for me. Bold Men love
so
better.
BN and of course Aaron Rimboy decided to do a thing. In there was, anthems. Mbwembwe was such a huge track. And of course BN has just been doing the most, especially we've talked about linking up with the new wave and stuff like that. So yeah. Then when it comes to the 256, I'm like spoiled for choice.
Yeah,
it's
been violent.
There's this guy, Lukas Blacc.
Lucas
Bro.
Black.
Yeah, man.
That's so Black vibe.
That project.
Yes, that project was just sick. Like, honestly, I don't even, like, sometimes I feel like he needs to get out of law school and just concentrate on music.
I remember I woke up in the morning and I was writing a review. The next day I'm like, I can't wait. It's like,
Like,
Unprovoked.
like okay, you're making me talk.
yeah, but just like everybody's having like literally something to add, I'll probably put Joshua Baraka in there. Yeah. And I'm spoiled for choice. So yeah, Watershed, such a beautiful piece. I would only want to hear longer projects for him, and I'm pretty sure. Because
Baby Steps was 4 songs and Watershed is 5.
I'm like, bro, man.
Like, no, let's leave the Baby Steps and run. Let's go.
Like one extra song.
Let's go,
It's the first step.
Yeah, exactly. I see what you did there.
So I'm done with like the entire project in under 30 minutes, all 25, and I'm like, I still need to hear more of you.
And Cohen dropped a project that's like 13 minutes.
Heartstrings,
Heartstrings is 13 minutes. I'm like, yo, listen.
Okay, so my list, I'm not going to lie that I listened too much. I feel like my listens this year were a little lower than the usual. But for the first time in my entire life, my album of the year was Ugandan.
Hey.
I'm Birth of Black Vibes.
Yo, B.O.B.
Nice.
I want to meet Lukas Blacc and Fangirl. I want to meet Axon and Fangirl because it was so... It's going to age so beautifully. I feel like this was his first project out like that.
Yeah.
And it paints him in a good light because it's the first time you're putting your work out like that. And it was
a great
There was no
project.
sleeper. The features were crazy. The production was crazy. The vibe was good.
Yeah.
It's such a wholesome piece. It's such a wholesome piece of work. So
Axon,
big up to Lukas Blacc
Big
and
up, Lukas.
Axon. That was crazy.
Axon really stays winning this year.
He's really on it.
Axon is on top of
my
everything.
second project, and this was produced by Ledra.
Yep.
Is a hip hop project. I don't know if so many people got to listen to it, but I think it gave us a chance to look at hip hop from a bit of a different angle from what we're used to. It's by Ghost Lord. Tape is called Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Machine.
Ooh.
Ghost in the Machine. Production was fire. Bars on bars on bigger bars.
Just here writing that down like, okay.
I've read it.
And I think for me that particular album, I don't think there's so many hip hop albums that I personally can listen to and it holds me properly till the end of the tape.
Yeah.
But I think that one, Ledra went crazy on that one. Ghost Lord went hella crazy on that one. Just if you haven't listened to it, please tap in. I think it's something that you could genuinely appreciate. It's very different.
Yeah.
You know, when a Ugandan rapper is going to drop, you know from the beat that a Ugandan rapper is going to drop. And we might see the lyrics on the screen too, so we rap along as well. But this one was so good.
Wow.
You would love him.
Okay.
You guys can do some shit. So for me, those are two projects. I won't say three. Those are two projects I liked. There were so many singles.
Yeah, they were.
There were so many not projects, but there were singles that were so good.
We'll get to the singles.
Yeah. So I think those are the two for me.
Barry.
You guys, as a producer,
Must be tough, eh?
I'm listening. I'm mostly listening to me.
It's all right. You tell us your top threes.
So I won't psych, I haven't listened to a lot of music this year. But like the ones that have caught my attention are definitely what's the bald guys?
Bien.
Bien.
I feel like
Bald men love better.
I feel like for me as a producer, like the first 15 seconds, I'm not listening to the jazz.
So
Like I'm listening
what's
to
going
the
on in the
beats.
back?
Yes.
So if it grabs me, I'm like, okay, cool. What's like the jazz saying? Now when everything is like dope and like just like the Roomba stuff, and I was just like,
Yeah.
this is dope.
That was mine. Oh.
Yeah. So my second, you guys, let me tell you the truth. I'm going to say 21, 22. My second has to be. Actually, this is actually dropped this year. You guys, I don't know if you can keep up with like LG.
Crazy.
You guys keep up with
No.
If there's a leaderboard,
LG is
no one
crazy.
has dropped.
Does he have a
Yeah.
but does he have like a solid body of work?
They're like
Bro.
mini
Yeah.
mini
Friend,
projects.
like,
Yeah.
It's just that.
No. As in
Like an album.
like album or EP or
They're like
or it's
mini
like one.
EPs.
They are mini EPs and they're multiple.
LG drops in packs.
Oh yeah, he just did something in packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for me, that's a project.
Yes, it is.
It's a
If
project,
it's 4
yeah.
songs,
No, I'm
five-
asking. I didn't know. I be singing them as singles.
No,
Yeah,
my
LG
friend.
is
That guy
crazy.
drops projects, and I feel like,
Crazy.
bro, like we need to give him his flowers.
Yeah.
LG has 3 different sequels that are like on patch 3 right now. Bro, like patch 3.
I don't know what
That's like 50
year
songs
it was
there,
that
yeah.
he did feed them. I don't know what year it was. I think it was probably maybe his first song. But as the years go by, as you continue to listen to that song, you love it like more. He's
I have another
work is
song
like that.
of his like that called Vibes. Like just keeps
Crazy.
going like from like 3 years ago. It just keeps growing.
Killing
Yeah.
the vibes.
And the third.
And the third, wow. You guys, I won't say this simply because of the effect it's had on the culture. I'll say Joshua Baraka, simply because I worked with him in like that process. And like, you guys listen to like the songs. Like I know what he was thinking. You dig, like, you know when you're making a song with someone, yeah? Especially if it's someone like Joshua Baraka, you're going to see like intent, you're going to see like this person just like, you're working with a producer and he's like, yo, so this song, it's like this story, and you're just like, wow. And then if you put it together with like the sound, it becomes like more than just like an MP3. It becomes like a story. And like for me, I listen with my eyes closed, and I'm just like, I'm just seeing like
visualizing, yeah.
Like waterfalls and stuff.
Exactly. This is why like visuals are so important.
Yeah.
Like man, just take me, like the song is fired. Like just give me like something to see and just like hypnotize me. Like, and I feel like that's what Joshua did, like sonically.
Yeah. I actually like a lot of your lists because I was wondering how different stuff would be, and of course, you know, different people, different ideas. But it's interesting to see. I have 2 mentions of Bien's Bowman Love Better, which is on my list definitely. I have Kenneth Mugabe's People of the Land, which is definitely mine as well. The third one, like you said, there's so much music that guys have dropped this year. I think because of lockdown, maybe guys were inspired to write a lot and things like that. And coming out, guys were like, let's go right from the jump, actually from the end of last year. Because he said something about 2021, 2022. And something interesting for me is that there's certain albums that were dropped at the end of last year, like or EPs like Cohen's Winner 2, which did a lot of its work this year. Yeah. Or like from Rwanda, we had Mike Ihura's Zuba, which I love, and which like it's this year that he had his first performance outside the country. When he said it when we were at the show, I was like, oh, this is his first performance outside Rwanda. But what?
Also his biggest.
He's just. It was crazy. It was mad, and it was amazing. And I feel like that's just a project I have to like mention because yes, it came out last year, but it just did its work this year. But to give a third one for this year, I'll say Prolific, Mutono. But yeah, but there's a lot of good music that people have released.
I really had a hard time, like actually, especially for the earlier part of the year, deciphering between music that came out 2021. It's like, well, did that song kind of feels like it came out this year because that's when it like really did the runs and everyone is like now consuming it heavily, and then you go to check and it's like, wait, what? September 21. Right. That qualifies.
I feel like that's how music moves.
Yeah.
Internationality, know you driving me